My G's. It is I, King Eli. I'm here with my boy, Will.
What's going on, buddy?
We're here.
Oh, we gotta redo that. My fault. I was on my phone, bro.
Oh, nah, you good, bro. Keep it rolling.
Oh,
This
shit.
Nah, but like I said, I'm here with my boy, Will, the GOAT. Top content creators out of Montgomery, Alabama. You know the vibes. Gang, gang.
The vibes.
And honestly, I want to make this video for my mandem. You know, I got a lot of videos for the gal them as well, but this specific one is going to be for the mandem. I want to let you guys know, bro, there's a long list of things that you need to leave in 2024 going into 2025. But the number one thing you man need to leave, I'm not going to lie, is simping, bruv.
Leave it alone.
Leave that shit. Like when I say leave it, I genuinely mean leave it in 2024. And I'm going to tell you why. Simping actually like made 2024 the worst year of my life. Genuinely. And it's not just because of simping, because I'm not a simp. But what I was doing was I was giving certain girls attention that did not deserve my attention. And it's just facts. In 2023, I lost my little sis, Alechi. I got her tatted on my neck and on my full sleeve. And I started my clothing brand, Afangide Clothing, to honor her and to just overall spread awareness about having courage and spread awareness about, you know, Nigeria and my family and the importance and how that makes me me. And the business was doing really well. But there were these two specific girls that really played a big part of like helping me with my brand. One of them was a model for my brand and was in one of our photo shoots. And another one would just like always shout out my brand and like promote it everywhere she went. So obviously I developed a very special place in my heart for those girls, especially because the main reason I started my brand was because of my cousin, to honor my cousin, to do something big, to honor her. But what happened was, as 2024 started, you know, 2023, I went to Miami. I promoted the brand up there. I got to meet the Nelk boys. I gave Steve Will Do It some of my merch. Shout out Steve. I connected with Wes Watson, a bunch of different guys. I did my thing up there for a little bit. Then I came back down here. And when I came back down here at the beginning of 2024, Mans was feeling kind of lost. Mans was feeling kind of stuck, feeling a little discouraged about being back in the city. And instead of using all those emotions to propel me to move forward, I decided to try to cope with them with women. The bad thing was, these girls, because I had been gone for so long, they had moved on. And I was in a place where I was trying to convince them not to move on and to sort of like stay with me. But at the same time, bro, one thing I learned is that when a girl does not care about you anymore, she genuinely does not care about you anymore. There's nothing you could do. Like when a girl is done with you, she is done. Us men were more so like structured like a computer. So we're like, yeah, I moved on, but I got this special place for you. You know, we could come back and still care. But a lot of women are more emotional. So when they're done, they're just done. Shout out to them for that, for being able to be more standing on business, I guess. Hey, I ain't mad at you for that. But that's what 2024 forced me to realize. And so I was out here pursuing these relationships with girls that had already moved on. And that put me in a very bad place because I was no longer able to focus on business fully. Instead, I was focused on how do I get this girl back? How do I get this girl back? How do I get this girl back? And it led to me crashing out on multiple occasions throughout 2024. There were certain goals that I set that I wasn't able to hit because mentally I wasn't in a good space. I made certain stupid decisions that affected me in a very deep way, physically, mentally, financially, you know. Dude, I had to be locked up because I ended up crashing out. I ended up doing something that I wasn't supposed to do. And this was all, literally all, from simping and from giving certain people my energy that did not deserve my energy. Why am I telling you guys this? Why am I opening this band-aid, opening these wounds up to you guys? I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made. There were many things that me going through this taught me though. It taught me to love myself first. It taught me to stand on business. It taught me that when somebody shows you how they feel about you, believe them. Believe them. Don't go arguing and be like, oh, she's only saying this because she had a bad day. No, nigga, she doesn't like you. It's okay. There's somebody else that will. And you have to accept that. And you have to be able to move on. Legit. When I finally realized that in 2024, I made so much progress. I made more progress at the end of 2024, the last 3 months, than I made in the whole rest of the year, simply
Real.
because I stood on my business, I stood on self-love, and I only went for people that were going for me. I only went for girls that were going for me. I only entertained relationships, friendships, situationships that the energy was matching. If the energy wasn't right, then I dipped. I could be making peas right now. You feel me? I could be focusing on myself. I could be stacking up the bread. I could be making money moves, business moves, right? Your time is so special. The last thing I want you men to do is to waste it, especially on somebody that does not care about you. I'm gonna let my boy Will jump in.
That's real. I mean, he basically covered everything, but you have to understand that your energy is very, very important. Your energy is what drives you. Your energy is what motivates you. Your energy, first and foremost, and most importantly, is the thing that keeps you dedicated. It keeps you dedicated to the dream. It keeps you dedicated towards your goal, towards your aspiration, towards like your desired reality, your desires. So when you put that in jeopardy because you give everybody else or somebody else, that special person in your heart or in your mind for you, all that energy, then where is all your energy towards your goal gonna go? Just like he said, it's so easy to do it too. Like it'll happen when you don't even realize that it'll happen. Like it happens way before you realize it happens. And by the time you realize it happened, you're already in trouble. And we say this because it's happened to us multiple times.
Facts.
It's happened to us multiple times. So the last thing that we want is to happen is for it to happen to you. So we want you to go ahead and have the knowledge and have the smarts that we didn't have at the moment, that we didn't have, but we wish we had. Because if only we knew these things, we'd be a lot more along than we were. But to God be the glory that we now know it now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So with all of this useful knowledge and with all of this these useful tactics that like we have, not even tactics, just like the way that we move now and like our way of life, this is completely changed and like helped the trajectory of our life in ways that we can't even like explain.
Facts.
Like it's crazy. And like Eli was saying, not everybody deserves to be connected to you. Like, I mean, it's the hard truth. It was a hard truth for me. It was a hard truth for Eli.
Hard.
You don't always want to hear that. You really and honestly do not always want to hear that.
Yeah.
But the people that you want to be surrounded by you are not always the people that need to be surrounded by you, if that makes sense.
Nice.
So whether that be relationship, situationship, a girl that you're talking to, a guy that you're talking to, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, if it's a person that's distracting you from your goals and from your wants and from your desires and from what you have set out for your life, you can't allow that to hold you up anymore. It's held you up for long enough.
True.
And you know how it's affecting you.
True.
And you know how your mind and your body and your entire existence is reacting to that. And do you like that? No. So change it.
Change it.
There is literally no reason for you to keep doing what you're doing because you have all of the power and all of the knowledge to do everything that you need to do better. There's no reason to keep holding yourself back. There's no reason to keep pinning yourself to that wall. There's no reason to keep going back to that person after they've proven to you time and time again that they are fine with you not being in their situation or in their life.
Yep.
Or in that space in their life. So, okay, if they've shown you that, allow them to do that. And you have to carry on with what you're doing, because when you don't carry on and when you put all of your energy towards that person or that group of people or that situation or that relationship, and you're not doing anything to keep yourself on your toes and not doing anything to keep yourself accountable, that is literally when you slack off, and that's when you lose momentum. And the only thing that you have in this life is momentum. You have your life, you have your family, you have your love, you have like your sound mind. You have all these things because they are your senses. You know how to talk, you know how to smell, you know how to see. Use your senses. And it's crazy because whenever you love somebody or you're simping over somebody or you have some type of desire to be with somebody, your senses get blocked. Your senses get blocked because you allow yourself to be completely consumed with what they can be for you, even though they've shown you multiple times and times again that they might not be for you. They might not have your best interest at heart. So when they keep showing you time and time again who they are, let them and believe them. Believe them. Like literally believe them, because there's no reason not to. If they keep showing you who they are time and time again, believe them and go to the next.
Please
Please
Don't fall
do.
into it, man. Don't
Please
mess
do.
up your year.
Don't mess up your year like I did, like Eli did, because it's so easy to. And the thing is, I wouldn't take the experience back for anything. I really and
Facts.
honestly wouldn't, because
That was the only thing that could have taught us.
that's what I'm saying. That is literally the only thing that could have taught us, because maybe you might be that person now. Maybe you're dealing with something right now, or maybe you've dealt with something like that now or before. And this is maybe the message that you really need to hear.
Facts.
Like I said, I mean, if only we would have known this, but at the same time, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And although it was like hurtful, although it was annoying, although like I was sad, okay, it is what it is. I mean, life moves on. That experience was needed to happen. That experience needed to happen.
Facts.
Straight up. It literally needed to happen for me to have the mindset that I have, to have the space, to have the peace, to have the comfort, and to have like the diligence and the drive and the motivation and the dedication that I have now. Because without that, okay, my goals would still be achieved, but where would the hunger be?
Facts.
Where would the chase be?
Facts.
Where would the tenacity be? Like, there has to be some type of energy that you are constantly just driving towards your goal every single day. And when you're caught up in somebody else and you're caught up in their mess, whether it be for you or somebody else or whatever your situation is, if there's other people involved and there's other energy involved that's kicking you off your course and is taking your energy and your focus off of your goal and what you want to accomplish, you have to cut it out of your life, no matter how painful or how annoying it might be to do so in that time. You got to do that.
You got to do it.
It's very much so necessary. And I hate to say it like this. I hope you do listen to me because I know how hard-headed I am. Like, I'm sure somebody has told me this before, but it didn't come apparent to me until it happened to me. So the one thing that I want you to do, unless you want to experience like me and Eli did, I would definitely suggest you listen to what we're saying, because if it happened to us, it is more so, it's definitely able to happen to you. It's capable of happening to you. All of us are human. All of us are equal. We can have the exact same experiences. They can affect us many different ways, but we know how it's affected us. And we know how, with our mindset and our mind space right now, how having this knowledge and being able to apply it can be so like helpful. And it's like a sword, bro. It's gonna be your weapon of choice. It's literally your weapon of choice, and that is the best thing that you can do. It's your shield. The best thing that you can do is allow your mind and your heart to be protected, and you have to protect your mind and your heart yourself. You have to do these things. Like they're so important. They're necessary to do. So yeah, that's really what I gotta say about that, bro.
That's facts, man. I just want to end it off by saying this in Espanol. Tienes grande bicho. So, you know what that means? You're a real one. Peace.